Our next indicator is simple moving average, or SMA. And again, it's indexed by N, which is how many days are we looking back. So if we want to calculate the value of the simple moving average for this day, we look back over N days. And this is called an N-day window. So the SMA for today is simply the average of the values over this look-back period. So it would be a value about right there. And if we carry it forward, it'll look like this. So the SMA looks essentially like a smoothed value of the price chart as it moves around. And an important thing to note is it sort of lags the movement. So as we started down here, it slowly started coming down. When we started up here, it lagged that movement upwards. There are at least two different ways that technicians use simple moving average as parts of trading strategies. The first is they look for places where the current price crosses through the simple moving average. Those tend to be important events, especially if the average is over many, many days. If you combine that with momentum, in other words, the price has strong momentum and it's crossing through that simple moving average, that can be a signal. This particular crossing where the price goes through the simple moving average doesn't really illustrate strong momentum because it just started going up. However, when you do see strong momentum crossing those lines, then again that can be a trading signal. Another way that technicians use simple moving average is as a proxy for underlying value. In other words, if you look back over a certain period of time and take that average price, that might represent the true value of the company. And if we see a large excursion from that price, we should, for instance, here and here, we should expect that the price is eventually going to come back down to that average. And so it's an arbitrage opportunity, sort of like we saw with fundamental analysis. And again, for example, there's a large excursion downward here, so this might represent a buy opportunity, and these two might represent sell opportunities because there was a strong diversion from that moving average. Now, we talked about earlier how every technical indicator has a visual presentation like I'm showing you here, but we also need a way to quantify it, to turn it into a number. The way we do that is to compare the current price with the current simple moving average and construct a ratio. So in this case, we would look for a negative value, and in these cases, we'd want to see positive values. So if we were to calculate, say, the value of the simple moving average on this day, we take the price for that day, and we compute the mean for the last N days, which is here. And remember, this is over a look-back window of N days. Divide that into the price and subtract 1. So if, for instance, the price is 10% above the simple moving average, we'd end up getting a positive 0.1. If it were 10% below, we'd get a negative 0.1. So similar to the momentum, we typically see values here ranging from, at most, minus 50% to plus 50%.